Hello everyone, this video explains two major enzymes involved in the recombinant DNA technology. So for cloning a DNA, we have to isolate the desired gene from an organism, cut the desired gene and the vector with a restriction endonuclease to make the recombinant DNA and introduce the recombinant DNA into the host. So for cutting, we use restriction endonuclease, and for joining, we are using ligase. So we'll see about these two enzymes. Restriction enzyme recognizes a specific sequence called the palindromic sequence and cut the DNA to produce overhangs or straight cuts. They are naturally found in bacteria. They protect against viruses and the foreign DNA. More than 400 restriction enzymes have been isolated. They are named from the organism from which they are isolated. The first letter represents the genus and the second and the third represents the species. The restriction system allows the bacteria to monitor the origin of the incoming DNA and to destroy it if it is recognized as foreign. The restriction enzyme recognizes the specific sequence in the incoming DNA and cleaves the DNA into fragments either at specific sites or more randomly. Behavior of lambda-phage on two E. coli host strains explain the restriction modification system. Stock preparation of the phage lambda grown on E. coli strain C was allowed to infect E. coli strain C and E. coli strain K. It was found to give a high titer with E. coli strain C, but with E. coli strain K a low titer was obtained. This indicates that the lambda phage has been restricted by the host. When the phage produced from E. coli strain K was replated on E. coli strain K, this explains the modification because we get a high titer here. Modification is the non-heritable change conferred upon the phage by the second host strain, that is the E. coli K, that allows it to be replated on that strain without further restriction. And the modified bases are 6-methylaminopurine, 5-methylcytosine and so on. Methylases of E. coli are DAM methylase, which transfers CH3 group from S-adenosyl methionine to N6 position of adenine in GATC, and DCM methylase or MEC methylase, which modifies the internal cytosine in CCAGG at C5 position, forming 5-methylcytosine. In DNA with 50% CG content, sites of these methylases occur average every 256 to 512 base pairs. Types of restriction endonuclease. Type 1 restriction endonuclease is a single enzyme with different subunits for recognition, cleavage and methylation. It recognizes and methylates a single sequence but cleaves DNA up to 1000 base pairs away. Type 3 restriction enzyme is a single enzyme with two different subunits, one for recognition and modification and one for cleavage. It recognizes and methylates the same sequence but cleaves 24 to 26 base pairs away. Type 2 restriction endonuclease used in recombinant DNA technology because of its characteristics is two different enzymes which recognize the same target sequence which is symmetrical. The two enzymes either cleave or modify the recognition sequence. Advantages of type 2 restriction enzymes are restriction and modification are mediated by separate enzymes. It is possible to cleave the DNA in the absence of modification. No cofactors like ATP and magnesium 2+ ions are required. The recognition sequence is symmetrical, palindrome, and it will cut within the sequence. The nomenclature of the restriction endonuclease was given by Smith and Nathans in the year 1973. So for naming EcoR1, E represents the genus name, CO represents the species name, R represents the strain, and 1 the number or the order in which it was discovered. EcoR1 is a restriction enzyme that recognizes the sequence GAATTC and BAMH1 recognizes the sequence GGATCC. Both these sequences are palindromic in nature. These enzymes are 6 base cutters because they recognize a 6 base and they produce 5' ends. PST1 recognizes the sequence CTGCAG. This is also a 6-base cutter, but it produces 3' staggered ends. HAE3 is a restriction enzyme which is a 4-base cutter. Recognition sequence is GGCC and it is producing blunt ends. The cut is shown in the figure. SAU3A is a 4-base cutter, produces 5' GATC overhangs, and SMA1 is a 6-base cutter producing blunt ends, and the recognition sequence is CCC-GGG. The foreign DNA and the vector DNA is cut with the restriction endonuclease EcoR1 and mixed to produce the recombinant plasmid. During the preparation of the recombinant DNA, there may be intermolecular association like plasmid dimer formation or intramolecular associations like circularization of the foreign DNA or the plasmid DNA. This could be overcome by altering the concentrations or using other enzymes. Isoschisomers are restriction enzymes with same sequence specificity and cut site. Neoschisomers are restriction enzymes that recognize the same sequence but cleave at different points. Isocodamers are restriction enzymes that recognize different sequence but cleave in such a way to create identical terminus. Under extreme conditions, restriction enzyme cleaves similar sequence but not identical to their defined recognition sequence. This altered activity is known as the star activity. It may be base substitution or truncation in the number of bases in the recognition sequence. EcoR1 star cleaves NAATTN. Conditions that promote star activity are high glycerol concentration of more than 5%, high enzyme DNA ratio 100 units per milligram, low ionic strength less than 25 millimolars, high pH more than 8, organic solvents, and substitution of magnesium 2+ ions. DNA ligases catalyzes the formation of a strong covalent bond called the phosphodiester bond between the 5' phosphate of one DNA strand and the 3' OH of another DNA strand. They are used for the joining of Okazaki fragments for completing short patch DNA synthesis occurring in DNA repair process. There are two classes of DNA ligases. The first one uses NAD+ as a cofactor and is found only in bacteria, example E. coli DNA ligase. The second one uses ATP as cofactor and is found in eukaryotes, viruses, and bacteriophages. The smallest known ATP-dependent DNA ligase is the one from bacteriophage T7, having molecular weight of 41 kilodaltons. Eukaryotic DNA ligases are much larger in size and they appear to share some common sequences and structural motifs. T4 DNA ligase is used to ligate DNA and RNA using ATP and magnesium 2+ ions. It is used for joining cohesive ends, blunt ends, and linkers. Whereas in case of E. coli DNA ligase, it can ligate DNA only using NAD+ as cofactor, and cohesive end is ligated. Blunt end ligation can occur only at macromolecular crowding. The ligation occurs in 3 steps. In the first step, the lysine side chain of the enzyme binds to the AMP to form an intermediate. In the second step, the AMP is transferred to the 5' phosphate of the nicked DNA strand, and in the third step, the 3' OH of the nicked DNA strand makes an attack on the AMP DNA bond to seal the phosphate backbone, and ligation is favored at high DNA concentration.